wait to introduce him. Dr. Gundry is live with us for the next hour. Cardiac surgeon, best-selling author. He is the person who is going to put you back on the right track with something that isn't uncomfortable to take.
That's right.
That isn't hard to take, like swallowing a pill or something like that. That isn't yucky, you don't like it because it doesn't taste good, doesn't have to be all the vegetables. It's something that tastes like candy. We have had these before. This is Gundry MD's Mighty Reds. We'd love to hear from you. Our Share Your Story line is open. We have sold out of them time and time again. We have brought them back as a today's special value once again, but here's the catch. This is the lowest price per serving we have ever offered them. That means you are getting 200% of your recommended daily allowance of vitamin D3. That means you are getting your maintenance of your gut health by prebiotic-like effects in the gut that you get from these things called polyphenols that are also in here, and the inulin, which is the fiber. That means you're getting all of that for 91 cents a day. But the most important part about that is that it tastes great. So you will want to do it because there's a lot of other supplements out there, Dr. Gundry, and the doctor is somebody who will tell you to take supplements that don't taste good, so you will not do them. Here's part of the reason why 90% of U.S. adults are not getting the minimum amount of vegetables that they need every single day. That's according to the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. Why do we need vegetables? Because vegetables will take care of the things that we were just talking about. That'll give you your fiber, that'll give you your pre and probiotics, that'll give you your vitamin D3, but we're not getting a minimum amount of that.
Nope.
So we have to fix it.
Yep.
And this is how we do it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean, let's make something tasty that'll fix a lot of the problems that I see every day in my practice. And, you know, I still see patients 6 days a week. And the reason I founded Gundry MD was to try and get these missing ingredients that I can pick up on laboratory tests into patients and actually have them take them.
Right.
Because, you know, early on, my first product, which is here on QVC, is called Vital Reds. It's a powder. And I made it because so many of my female patients would not take tablets, capsules. They did not like vitamins. Even though, you know, you could show them on their blood work. Oh my gosh, you're deficient in that, you're deficient in that. And I go, how am I going to get them to do it?
Right.
So the powder that turned into a drink was a stroke of genius because people actually started doing it. And it became our bestseller. Then people said, but I want a gummy. There's so many gummies out there. I love gummies.
I can't take the powders. I don't forget to do the powder, even though they taste really great.
Yeah. Give me a gummy. Mm-hmm. Well, most gummies, unfortunately, are just pure sugar. And like I tell my patients, there's sugar with dead animal parts.
Sounds lovely.
If you want sugar on your dead animal parts, then that's fine. But it took us 2 years to make a gummy with no added sugar using a prebiotic fiber called inulin that tastes great.
It does, it's so good.
It tastes like candy, but it gives you all of these benefits like we're in Vital Reds, but you'll look forward to this. And so that's why this, I mean, we introduced it on QVC.
Yeah.
And it's sold out. You
and
remember.
And it does over and over again for a higher price.
Yeah.
This is the lowest price we've ever had it.
Why are we doing it so low?
Shh. And we have it on auto delivery, which we never get that either because there's so many different reasons, like will Dr. Gundry have them? Will we be able to ship them? But we have them on auto delivery right now. So here's the big story. You can get your 120-day supply. You take 2 a day. You're going to want to take 12 because they taste so good. I use them as like, you know, dessert because I'm not doing sugar. I'm not doing candy. And this tastes like that. And I know I'm getting the good stuff in me as well. 2 a day. To get your vitamin D, to get your probiotics, to get your polyphenols, to get all of that. It's an if purchased separately price of $185.80, and you're getting
worth every penny.
Worth every penny. I would say buy it even if it wasn't. And you're getting it home for $108.98, but you can break it all apart on 5 easy payments of $21.80. We could stop now. We could take the doctor, walk away, and go get, I don't know if he believes in coffee or not, but we could go get tea. And because that would be great. That is enough for you to pick up the phone, to go to QVC.com and do this right now. You know why? You are the most important thing that you can buy. You are the most important thing you can buy. We don't want you to end up one of his patients.
Like me. No.
No, we love you. But a cardiac surgeon, we don't want you to end up like that. This is a unicorn of a doctor because he's talking about preventative care so that you don't end up having to pay thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars in the healthcare system getting well. Let's talk about ingredients.
Okay.
What's in it?
Well, again, we learned through the years that plants protect themselves from damage, from sunlight, from insects, by making these compounds that are called polyphenols. Everybody, every fall, sees polyphenols in the trees. All those bright red colors, the yellow colors, the orange colors of the fall foliage is actually the polyphenols in the leaves that you didn't see because of all the green chlorophyll. And as the green chlorophyll went away, there's the polyphenols. So all of these intense colors were actually there to protect the plant and its functioning. So what? Well, when we eat polyphenols, what we now know is that the gut microbiome, the gut buddies, the bacteria that live in our gut, love polyphenols. It's good for them. And they take these plant compounds and make it easy for us to absorb. So we get all the antioxidant benefit that the plant was using to protect itself into us. And we can actually measure the effect. That's how I got started in this. I could see if I asked people to eat lots of polyphenols or take them as a supplement, I could see the changes in their blood. And of course, they could feel it. And we'd go, oh my gosh, look at that. Why not just do this? Well, you and I know this stuff is really expensive.
It is.
And you'd have to eat a ton of this stuff. And we're learning that each polyphenol, the red one is different than this black one, is different than this kind of purpley one. And they all have beneficial effects. So let's mix the polyphenols and put it in gummies. And that color is actually from the polyphenols.
So then you know there's none of the artificial stuff and the preservatives.
There's nothing fake in there.
Nope.
There's no dyes, there's no coloration. That's the polyphenol.
There's not even any gelatin, like you said earlier,
Yeah.
and no sugar. There's inulin, which makes it taste super, super good, and is fiber, so that's fantastic.
And the other thing we wanted to do, some of the gummies out there, you really worry if you've got fillings that
so true.
You're going to see a filling come out. And these guys, we actually designed it so it doesn't stick to your teeth. You don't have to worry about fillings coming out.
You get a 120-day supply right now at the lowest price we've ever done it. It's 91 cents per day to get the 200% of your recommended daily allowance of vitamin D, which we're going to talk about in a minute because vitamin D is so important. Also, those polyphenols that we were talking about, the inulin, which is fiber. Majority of Americans are deficient in fiber, and that all starts to affect the gut health. You know, I mean, Doctor has an amazing new book coming out on gut health that you're going to want to read that goes deeper into all of that. But all of that for 91 cents a day, and it's something that you will be compliant with because they taste like candy. If I had to say choke this down because it's good for you, I would still say choke this down because it's good for you. But I know you, after working with you for 13 years, that you're not going to do it. You're not going to remember to do it every day, and you're not going to keep taking it, no matter how good it is for you. That's why 90% of U.S. adults are not getting the minimum amount of vegetables. Sure, we know they're good for us, but you're not doing it because you don't like to, and it's not fun. So I'm not asking you to change anything you're doing. I'm sure that as a cardiac surgeon, he would love for you to clean up your diet, start exercising, sleeping better, all of those things. I'm not saying any of that. You eat how you want to eat. You do you. Add these in. Add 2 of these in a day. They taste like candy, and you will be able to get that vitamin D, the polyphenols, the protection like the plants have, and that fiber as well. But you got to do it right now on 5 easy payments and auto delivery, which is the best way to do this. If you were to stop, doctor, at just, we just have the polyphenols, which is plants protection, we might as well get that. That would be great. But I think what I get most excited about with Mighty Reds is the amount of vitamin D.
Yeah. You know, sadly, 67% of Americans are vitamin D deficient. In Southern California, in my practice, 80% of my first-time patients in Southern California, where it's always sunny or fiery,
Ish.
they're vitamin D deficient. And you go, well, that's impossible. You're always in the sun. Well, we're slathering on sunscreen. We're wearing, long sleeves. We're wearing hats, and we're not getting sunlight, and we're not getting enough vitamin D. So why is that so important? We're learning literally every week how important vitamin D is. We've known about it for bone health for a very long time. But we now know it's really important for our immune system. And exciting research has shown that the better your vitamin D is, the higher your vitamin D is, the more friendly bacteria you have in your gut. Who would guess? They actually love vitamin D too. So here's the problem. The government says...
I was going to say, why can't I just drink milk?
The government says, we got a problem. Nobody's got enough vitamin D, but everybody drinks milk. So we'll put vitamin D in milk. And the bad news, to get the recommended daily amount of vitamin D from the government, you'd have to have 13 glasses of milk every day.
No.
Every day. Now, it's mostly sugar. And as I tell my patients, you're not a baby cow. And so you don't need baby cow juice. But we've got twice the recommended minimum in 2 of these little gummies.
Yeah, 200%.
Yeah, 200% of what you're recommended to have.
So what the government is telling you to do is to go to the grocery store and buy, what was that, 13 glasses of milk?
13 glasses of milk a day.
Okay, how expensive is that for you and for your family every single day? Is that 91 cents per day? No, it's not. Here's another thing that you can do. As a health coach, I will tell people to go to their doctor. You can get a prescription for a high dose vitamin D. You can get other supplements and pay for those. None of them, even if you go through your insurance, are going to be 91 cents a day for the amount of vitamin D that you are getting in 2 things that taste like candy, that don't have sugar, that are less than 91 cents a day for the 2 of these, which don't have the gelatin in them, don't have any artificial, they're vegan, there's no artificial flavors, there's no soy, there's no synthetics. We don't have a ton of supplements here at QVC, but the ones that we have, we do huge due diligence in making sure that they are the best of the best. And that's why we love Dr. Gundry so much. All of his supplements, since it started with his reds, we have his blues coming up. This is all the best ingredients and the ones that you're going to be compliant with because they taste great. So you can go to the store and you can buy, I just bought some blueberries today because I like them, in my yogurt sometimes. They're so expensive. Or your raspberries or your pomegranates, and you can buy your milk. None of that is going to be as low as 91 cents a day. And honestly, it's not going to work as well because our fruit is coming from bad soil.
Yeah. And, the Environmental Working Group just put blueberries on the dirty dozen list.
So you have to buy organic, and even that doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, most of our oats in the United States are sprayed with glyphosate, and even organic oats have glyphosate, Roundup. And it's like, oh my gosh. So we gotta take matters, as you talk about, and I do, we gotta take matters in our own hands. And yeah, we're not gonna eat perfectly. I get it. I see patients 6 days a week. I know they're not eating perfectly.
Right.
But there's steps that we can do. And you started the program, I think, with a very important thing. You guys at QVC have a big thing, kind of over 50,
yes,
right?
It's the age of possibility, Dr. Gundry.
Exactly.
Do you hit that requirement?
Yes, I'm now actually, this year, I will hit the 75 year
possibility.
Yeah. So, but the important thing is, and it's football season, and so I like the football analogy. For most women now at 50, you're at halftime.
Yeah.
And you only got 2 quarters left, and it's time to pay attention. You don't want to see me at the 2-minute warning, and you're 2 touchdowns behind, and now I'm chatting with you about cracking your chest open. In fact, 30 years ago, I decided, what an idiot idea, but I should teach people how to stay away from me.
How to not be in your office.
Exactly.
Which is not what most doctors do, which is why we're so happy you're here.
No, in fact, many of my colleagues say, what the heck, you're trying to put yourself out of business? That's really dumb career choice. But you know, we persevered and here we are.
And when we talk about that age of possibility, being over 50, you start to get bombarded by, oh my goodness, I have to do this for my health. And what are the social media influencers telling me to do here? And what's this Kirsten girl on QVC telling me?